How to retire without downsizing, delaying Social Security, or cutting spending. Most retirement advice comes down to this: spend less, delay more, downsize everything. You've probably heard it before. Just wait until 70 to take Social Security. Move into a smaller home. Free up cash. Cut back your lifestyle to make your savings last. But here's the thing. That's not a strategy. That's a sacrifice. And while those options can work in some cases, they're not your only options. If you're entering retirement with a solid nest egg, let's say $1 million or more, there are ways to retire confidently without downsizing, delaying benefits, or slashing your lifestyle. The key is building a plan that makes your money work smarter, not just last longer. Let's walk through what that looks like. Hi, I'm Josh Bliss, founder of Gateway Capital Management, now proudly under Balboa Wealth Partner. If you're nearing retirement and feeling pressure to scale back just to make the numbers work, this video is for you. I'm going to walk you through how high-income retirees can build a sustainable retirement plan without downsizing, delaying Social Security, or dramatically cutting their lifestyle. If you'd like to see how this could work for your situation, click the link in the description below to book a time with me. If that's what you're after, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe, and let's dive in. 1. Structure your withdrawals intelligently. If you want to retire without cutting spending, the first place to look is not at your expenses, but at your withdrawal strategy. This is where many retirees make costly mistakes. They take too much from one account too early and end up paying more in taxes than they should. Or they withdraw randomly without a coordinated plan, which can deplete their portfolio faster than expected. But here's the good news. When you structure withdrawals properly, you can often maintain your lifestyle with less tax and less risk. Let's walk through a simple example. Imagine you need $100,000 per year in retirement income. You have the following accounts: a traditional IRA, a Roth IRA, a taxable brokerage account. Instead of taking the full $100,000 from your IRA, which would be fully taxable, you could do this. Take $40,000 from the IRA, take $30,000 from the brokerage account, where only the gains are taxed, take $30,000 from the Roth IRA, which is tax-free. That blended strategy might result in significantly less taxes owed, keep you under Medicare income thresholds, and reduce the impact on your Social Security taxation. Why this matters? It's not about cutting your income, it's about controlling your taxable income. With smart withdrawals, you can preserve more of your portfolio while still enjoying the same spending level. That is the difference between income planning and just pulling out money when needed. 2. Optimize income in the go-go years. The early years of retirement, typically from age 60 to 75, are often your most active. You're traveling, enjoying hobbies, spending time with grandkids, dining out. You're healthy, you have energy, and you want to make the most of it. So why does so much retirement advice tell you to spend less during this time? Because it's based on linear models, flat spending, fixed withdrawals, and fear of running out. But the truth is, retirement spending is not flat. In the early years, your go-go years, spending tends to be higher. In your 80s, your slow-go years, spending naturally decreases. Later on, the no-go years, spending may rise significantly again due to healthcare, but not always. When you understand this curve, you can front-load more of your spending while being conservative long-term. Here's how. Use taxable accounts for early income needs. Delay drawing from IRAs until later, while also doing partial Roth conversions. Rebalance your investment allocations to ensure your short-term needs are covered without selling long-term assets at the wrong time. In other words, you don't have to pinch pennies in the prime time of your retirement if your strategy accounts for the natural rhythm of how retirees spend. 3. Use home equity as a backstop without selling your home. One of the most common recommendations for retirees is to downsize their home to free up cash. And for some, that works. But for many people, their home is part of their lifestyle, not just their balance sheet. It's where family gathers. It's the neighborhood they love, and they don't want to leave. The good news is you don't have to. Instead of selling, you can treat your home equity as a retirement buffer, something that's available if and when you need it. Here are 3 ways to do that. HELOC. Home equity line of credit gives you access to cash if needed, can be helpful during market downturns when you want to avoid selling investments. Interest is only paid on what you use. 2. Reverse mortgages for age 62 or older. Let you convert home equity into tax-free income. No required monthly payments. Used strategically, it can reduce portfolio withdrawals and extend asset longevity. 3. Home equity loan. Fixed borrowing if planning a specific purchase, like a second home or a major expense, allows you to avoid tapping investment accounts during down markets. The key here isn't to go into debt recklessly, it's to use your home as an asset, not just an expense. By keeping your home and knowing how to tap into it when necessary, you create liquidity and flexibility without sacrificing lifestyle. 4. Take Social Security when it supports your plan, not just because delay is better. The general rule of thumb is to delay Social Security to 70 to get the highest benefit. In many cases, that's sound advice. But what gets overlooked is this. You don't live in a spreadsheet, you live in real life. And real life includes things like wanting to travel more in your 60s, not wanting to withdraw aggressively from your investments, needing guaranteed income to feel confident about your lifestyle. So while delaying Social Security results in a bigger monthly check, it may not always result in a better income. Here's an example. Let's say you're 65 with $1.2 million in retirement savings. You want to spend $100,000 per year. You have no pension and are considering delaying Social Security to age 70. If delaying benefits means you have to withdraw $100,000 per year from your IRA for 5 years, those early withdrawals could push you into a higher tax bracket, increase future RMDs, and shrink your Roth conversion window. Now flip it. If you take Social Security at 65, you might only need $60,000 from your IRA, keeping you in a lower tax bracket, leaving more assets untouched, and reducing the risk of market downturns during your most active years. Bottom line, don't delay Social Security because you think you should. Take it when it best supports your income, tax, and longevity strategy. 5. Define sustainable spending based on strategy, not fear. One of the biggest barriers to enjoying retirement isn't money, it's uncertainty. People often underspend because they're afraid of outliving their savings, of unexpected taxes or healthcare costs, or simply because they've always been savers and aren't used to drawing down their assets. But retirement should feel like a math problem. It should feel like freedom with a plan behind it. That's why your withdrawal rate shouldn't be fixed at 4% forever. Instead, it should adjust based on market conditions, tax laws, life transitions, and your actual spending patterns. Some years you might spend more. Others you might scale back naturally. That's fine, as long as you have a flexible, evidence-based strategy guiding those decisions. This is where dynamic withdrawal strategies come in. Rather than a rigid one-size-fits-all rule, they allow you to make spending decisions based on real-time feedback, not fear. And this approach often results in more confidence, more spending flexibility, and better long-term outcome. You didn't save and plan your whole life to spend your retirement second-guessing every decision. With the right plan, you can give yourself permission to spend well without sacrificing your future. Let's recap. If you've built a strong retirement foundation, you don't need to sell your home, delay Social Security, or cut your spending down to the bare minimum. You just need to withdraw in a way that minimizes taxes, spend confidently during your most active years, use your home equity strategically, not reactively, align Social Security timing with your income plan, not arbitrary rules, and implement a flexible, strategy-driven approach to spending. That's what lets you enjoy retirement on your terms, not on the terms of a spreadsheet or a headline. Because retirement isn't about sacrifice. It's about using what you've built intentionally and efficiently. If you're approaching retirement and want to make sure your plan works without having to downsize, delay, or cut back, let's talk. Click the link in the description below to book a free consultation. I'll walk you through your options and help you build a retirement income strategy designed to support the life you actually want to live. Because retirement doesn't require guesswork, it requires a plan. Thanks for watching, and if you found this helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.